Alright guys, so today's practice, we are going to do a restorative practice. So, what you'll need is a blanket, preferably something with a little bit of weight. So if you have like a tiny little throw blanket or like a baby blanket, probably not the best route. If you can, do something that's like a yoga blanket or even like a really fuzzy throw blanket that has some weight behind it. If you don't have access to that, a towel rolled up really nice and tight will give you similar results. Everybody got a towel, you can find something that works, you can be creative, whatever's clever. In restorative, we deal a lot with balancing the nervous system. And so it makes it a really, really valuable practice for anybody that's under high stress, for anybody that has been dealing with illness, or, even just heightened emotion. Our immune systems are strong, but they're also sensitive, and they need to be nurtured and loved, because if not, then we just continue the cycle of sick, stress, burnout, and we harm ourselves. When we practice restorative, it's about letting go. It's about taking the time in each posture. You can take up to an hour if you want. Traditionally, restorative is between 10 and 20 minutes per posture. For the sake of my memory on my camera, I'm not going to be showing you guys me laying in a posture for 20 minutes because I just don't have that ability. But I am going to go over the 5 different postures that we're going to do. You can pause the video and hold it for as long as it feels right for you. There's no judgment. In this space, you don't have to do anything. You're not anybody's mom, sister, coworker. This is your time. This is your self-care. This is your self-love. So, in that, go ahead and start with a big breath in. Close the eyes. And we're going to take a big out of the mouth. We're going to do that a few times. Every time we inhale, we're making space for us to exhale, let it go. Any anger, any stress, any worry that you're holding and carrying with you, let it go. Go ahead, and we're going to take the soles of the feet together. Knees come out. We're going to wrap our blanket or our towel in a little U shape around the ankles. If your hips are very tight, you can also take pillows underneath the knees to give you support. You can do this in bed if you'd like. And I have a bolster, but if you don't, that's okay. You can take pillows. We're just going to bring our pillows or our bolster, or maybe even just a couple more stacks of blankets right behind the hips. Lower the spine down. Let the head rest. Let the shoulders rest. Feel the whole spine just kind of sinking into your bolster, being completely supported. Allow yourself to listen to every sound. And instead of trying to turn it off or force it to be something it's not, just accept the sounds as they come in. Let your mind wander naturally like it wants to. Let it be curious and creative. While your body rests, your mind has permission to explore. When you're ready to come out of here, we'll bring the knees together. We'll go ahead and bring that blanket off of the ankles, and we're just going to extend the feet out nice and long. Each time returning to that place of acceptance and rest. Just letting yourself know that it's completely okay to take the time you need. Feel free to hold as long as you'd like here. When you're ready to come out, we'll go ahead and roll off of our bolster, off of our pillows, just to the side. We'll plant that top arm down to lift the body away. We'll go ahead and we'll just bring our pillows out a little further, just so that it's resting right behind the head. We'll come down, and that blanket or our pillow, whatever we're using for support, can go right between the knees. On our exhale, we'll bring both of those knees over to the left. Just taking a twist. And if maybe in your practice you have this already and you feel comfortable not taking it supported, you can do that too. Our spine is kind of like a dirty sponge. It really absorbs everything from our day. Anytime you went to the DMV and were irritated, or maybe you went to the grocery store and unintentionally touched like an apple a kid sneezed on. It all goes to your spine. It's all held in there. And when we're in a twisting position, like we are here, we're wringing out that dirty sponge. We're letting all that crap we built up release. And you'll notice this because you'll feel the sensation the longer you're here. Ease up. Even if it feels impossible for you, know that nothing is impossible. Stay with your breath. And remember, I believe it was Eleanor Roosevelt that said, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. You're stronger than you think you are. You can do the hard things. You have your whole life. But inhale when you're ready to come out of this, and you can pause it, hold it here as long as you want. We're just going to bring the knees to center. We'll take a big breath. Letting the low back and hips relax. Maybe even repeating that breath. But when we're ready, we're going to go ahead and bring the knees over to the other side. Keeping the chest up to the sky. Hands can be on the stomach or at our side. Supported with that blanket, pillow in between the knees or not. But once you're there, rest. Go ahead when you're ready to come out. We'll reset those knees, bringing them back to center, taking a couple breaths. And here we'll find our Shavasana. Go ahead and extend the legs if that feels good for you. Hands can be rested out or on the stomach. Maybe even use that blanket to cover the body if that feels right for you. And just rest. If you're doing this practice in bed, allow yourself to sleep. Dream peaceful thoughts. And whenever you come out of Shavasana, know that you all are loved and appreciated, and you are completely enough. Thank you all for practicing with me.